Yeah, what's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy Heek. Welcome to another episode of Heek's Hot Takes. Y'all already know what it is, bright at you early in the morning. Man, I don't know why I got all this energy in me, but we up and we ready to get to it. Uh, last episode we did a NFC East preview. If you're unaware, that includes teams like the Niners, the Seahawks, the Rams, and who's the other team in that division? Niners, Rams, Seahawks, and I always do this. Who's that fourth one? Cardinals, my goofy ass, the state I live in. um, but yeah, if you don't remember, we talked about that a little bit. You guys can go ahead and spin that video back and give that a listen. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about the NFC South today. All right, we're gonna keep it in the NFC. We're gonna rock with the NFC South. I got a trip this weekend, so I'm gonna be out of town. Heek's gonna be in your city. Uh, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do an episode there. I'm gonna bring my equipment just in case. But if it doesn't work out, we got a pretty tight schedule. Doesn't work out, then I'll be back at you next week, probably with two breakdowns in a video. But with that being said, let's get to it. So first up, let's talk about the Bucks. All right. Um, I don't really see a reason why this Bucks team should not have a performance similar to last year. Um, Last year, they're coming off a record of 10-7, first place in the NFC South. Got to the playoffs and lost to the Commanders. Now, the Commanders are a tough team, right? A lot of teams in the NFC East are going to lose to the Commanders, to be honest. Um, but I really like this Bucks team, man. I think they didn't really lose anybody, right? Tristan Wirfs injury worries you a little bit, blocking Baker's blind side, but you got Baker, he's dealing. Bucky Irving seems to have taken over that starting job over Rashad White, but I do expect Rashad White to still get some touches. Receiving room, you got the old faithful Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Ah, we'll see. I saw he had another ankle surgery this offseason. So it's like, buddy, you stay hurt, man. Like, you really good, but you stay hurt. So I don't know. Emeka Ibuka, young cat out of Ohio State. He's a dog, right? Trey Palmer's fast. They got Jalen McMillan as well. I mean, the receiving core, with the addition of K Dot and the tight end, like Baker does not have a lack of targets, of quality targets. So I don't think this offense should fall off much. If anything, it should get better. Another year together, another year of continuity. And then the defense, I mean, I don't think it's gonna make anybody go crazy, but it's not bad, right? You got Vita Vea in the middle still of like the one dude who's ever stopped the tush push. Um Kalijah Cansey is underrated. Excuse me, sorry. Levante David's still in the league doing things. Uh they signed Hassan Reddick. I don't think they had Hassan Reddick last year. I feel like he was on the Eagles, or maybe that was 2 years ago. He was on the Eagles, but Hassan Reddick, that's a solid outside pass rusher. Antoine Winfield Jr. in the defensive backfield. Um, we'll see about not the safeties, the corners, but um, I mean, as long as this defense is, top 15, 20-ish, I don't see any reason why this Bucks team shouldn't finish somewhere similar to where they did last year at 10-7. Um, the one argument you might have is um a couple of these other teams in here that I really like, honestly, to get a lot better. Um, I'm very interested, and we'll talk about that shortly. But let's run through this Buck schedule really quick, right? And we'll write predictions down uh, like we did the last episode too. I'm trying to find a pen or something. I can make some tally marks. Trying to find a pen or something. I got 4 pens. I bet they all don't work. Let's see. Oh, it's a pen in here. I bet it John work right here. Okay. Hey, what he say? Okay, I love it. No, I'm playing. Hey, don't. Hey. All right. Tampa Bay at home against New Orleans. That's a dub. All right. Okay. At Houston. A lot of people are high on Houston. We're gonna talk about this in the AFC South preview, but I don't know about Houston, man. Like Stroud kind of took a step back last year. Nico always misses about 4 games. Tank Dell hurt again. No Diggs. You relying on 2 rookies to step up, or else it's just Nico catching the ball every time. And you got Nick Chubb coming off that catastrophic injury. I mean, Joe Mix, something wrong with Joe Mix. I mean, I don't know. Early in the season, I think the Bucks could get him early. I feel like the Texans are a team that might come on late in the later part of the season, but I think the Bucks could take that one. So I'm gonna go Bucks in Houston. Home against Chicago. That's a dub. In Atlanta. I really like Atlanta this year, y'all. We're gonna talk about that shortly. I really, really like it. Let's have them split with Atlanta. So they'll lose the first one in Atlanta, but we'll give them the second one in Tampa. At the Giants, dub. At Minnesota, that could go either way depending on McCarthy, right? We don't really know how he's gonna look. Um, we'll give the benefit of the doubt to the Bucks. We know what they are. That's a dub. So Bucks are sitting at 5-1 right now. My predictions, with a couple games that could go either way, but still, we'll keep going here. At Detroit, that's a L. Home against Carolina, that's a dub. At Tennessee, that's a dub. Home against Seattle, that's a dub. At the Jets, mm, I feel like that's a trap game. I feel like that's a trap game, y'all. It like you really want to say it's not. Like you think the Bucks win that, but I feel like that's a trap game. Fields is hard to game plan for with his legs. Any running quarterback is. Uh the Jets defense isn't not good. And they have the Rams a week later. Could be like a look ahead spot. Let's give them back to back L's here. They got at Jets, at Rams. I feel like that Jet spot is that's a trap game. Could be wrong. Also, don't want to give these fools too many dubs now, right? Home against the Niners. We'll get that a dub. Not high on the Niners this year. At Arizona. I think that could be a trap as well. We'll give it to Arizona. Give it to Arizona. Home against the Falcons. Another dub. At Miami. I don't believe in Miami right now. And home against Philly. We'll get that a L. So I got them boys sitting at 11-6 right now. Okay? We'll revisit that at some point during the season. For sure. All right. Next up on here, let's listen, man. Listen. The professional football franchise. We got to talk about them. I don't think anyone's high on these New Orleans Saints. Ooh wee. I don't know, man. This team, how do they score? How do they score the ball? Like, how do they actually score the ball? I mean, unless this dude, first of all, why you pronounce your name Shuck, but it's the English language is weird, bro. But he spell his name Shough, but it's pronounced Shuck. That's how I know you gonna lose off the rip. Man, that's crazy, man. Not to mention, you probably have a rookie of like a 27-year-old rookie too. Buddy is old. Um, Not only do you have a rookie probably about to run the ship over there, but you got Chris Olave still, and like he stay hurt, right? And then Kamara, he decent, but like you saw it last year when teams can just straight focus on Kamara, it's like he ain't really that effective. He only had 950 rushing yards last year. The leading receiver had 548. That's with Derek Carr. Is Shuck better than Derek Carr? I don't know. ah, it's tough over there, man. It's tough. Spencer Rattler, Kendre Miller, disappointment. I don't even know half these fools on their receiving roster, right? We got Olave. We know who you are. We know who Rashid Shaheed is. And it looks like Brandon Cooks went back to New Orleans. One last hurrah. He know he gonna get the ball. That's why he went there. His old ass boy. He know I'm gonna get the ball here. Taysom Hill hurt, so they don't get to force the ball to him. Juwan Johnson old. Chris Olave stay hurt. Alvin Kamara old. They all old or hurt. Rashid Shaheed, the only one is not old or hurt, and he 5'6". He tall as me, 5'8". So it's like I don't even know it, man. Bub Means, who are you? Kevin Austin Jr., no idea. Cedric Wilson Jr., your name sounds familiar, but I think you played for the Browns. Dante Pettis, career backup. Maybe last saw you with the Niners. Mason Tipton, sound like somebody I went to high school with. Donovan People Jones, you was supposed to be good. Moochie Dixon, that's a real you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know these guys. Two tight ends hurt, Taysom Hill, Foster Moreau. So you got old Juwan Johnson. You got looks like revolving doors on the offensive line. Cameron Jordan still there, holding it down. POP. Colin Saunders, ex-chief. I ain't gonna fry you. You my dog. But damn, you gotta get up out of there, bro. They got Kool-Aid McKinstry over there. Okay, we know who you are. Chase Young, disappointment. I mean, Justin Reed, ex-chief. I ain't gonna fry you. Who is Ugo Amadi? I don't know these guys, man. The Saints are not going to win a lot of games, in my opinion. They won 5 last year. Do we think that they get more than that this year? I don't know. Let's take a look. I think it might be tight. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. It might be tight for these fools. All right. Week 1, home against the Cardinals. That's an L. The Cardinals are always good at the beginning of the season. They almost beat the Bills last year, game 1. Don't forget that. In a shootout, too. Not in like no close, grinded out, everybody was making mistakes game. Like, nah, like they was scoring with them boys, too. I'm telling you, man, the Cardinals, it all just everything relies on Kyler, bro. If Kyler just takes a step forward, and I shouldn't say just Kyler, but the play calling as well, as long as that, they'll be all right, bro. Trey McBride gonna have positive touchdown regression. So all right, L at home against the Cardinals. They got at home against the Niners. I don't really like the Niners this year either, but just off the strength of them being the Niners, they gonna catch the dub. So that's another L. At the Seahawks, that is gonna be not a good game to watch. Don't turn that game on. Saints at Seahawks. Uh, pff, flip a coin. I'll give it to the home team just cause. And they got Cup. I mean, they got weapons. Saints don't have nobody. I'm finna go try out for the Saints, bro. I'm finna make the team as water boy, and I'm finna show my hands, boy. I'm on the field. Oh, Saints at Buffalo. L. Home against the Giants. L. Giants pass rush is about to be top 5 this year. Mark my words. Abdul Carter looks like a demon in training camp. A demon. Cheat code. And they already had a loaded D line. Home against New England. L. I think New England gonna be pretty good. At Chicago. L. Even though I don't think Chicago gonna be as good as everybody thinks. Home against Tampa. L. At LA. They haven't won a game yet, man. This might be. I don't think I should do this for them because I'm just gonna give them L's all every game, bro. And they not gonna lose every game, right? So instead of doing this for them, let's look at the games they could potentially win, right? And we just be like, maybe, we'll give them the maybes, the ones they could potentially win. So we'll give them at Seattle. We'll just count the wins because we'll give them I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. We'll give them at Tennessee. Fuck it. Even though I think Cam Ward that could be Cam Ward showing out party in week 17. Oh man. I don't know, bruh. I think the Saints win less than 5 games. How about that? I put that right there. Stamp that. Put that on the stream. Saints win less than 5 games. That's what was the record last year. 5-12. They're gonna be worse. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be worse. Just, I didn't want to sit up here and just be like L. Oh, the Saints going on 17 this year, y'all. Like that would be a Heek's hot take. I don't know if I'm ready to stand by that one, but they might not win the game. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I just don't know what this dude who don't know how to spell his last name is. I don't know what he do. So, and he old. And if he go down, they really cook. We already know that. So, yeah, man. Less than 5 wins for the Saints. Book that. Let's move on. We'll pull up on the Carolina Panthers. How about that? Okay. Carolina Panthers. This team, I think they're looking to make a little noise this year. They're coming off a record of 5-12 also last year, but I think the team has vastly more talent than that Saints team we just spoke about. And Bryce Young just kind of plays how he did at the end of the year last year. I think they got I think they got some, man. I mean, last year in Philly, only lost by 6 points. In Atlanta, last game of the year, won in a shootout, dropped 44 points. Beat Arizona at home with 36 points. Took a big L to Tampa, but we know Tampa's good. And took an L to Dallas. Those are the last 5 games last year. Dallas, I think, is also going to be pretty good this year too, at least offensively. Um, but yeah, I think this Carolina team can make a little noise, right? So we got Bryce Young as the starter, obviously Andy Dalton in the cut just in case they need him. Chuba Hubbard, starting running back, had a very, very, very good year last year. Actually, I had him in fantasy. He was a very good draft pick. Rico Dowdle comes over from the Cowboys in the cut just in case they need him. What they'll probably do. Nah, Chuba's a 3 down back, but they're gonna get Rico involved somehow, which kind of makes me a little nervous for Chuba fantasy stuff. But like you're not just gonna sign Dowdle for him to sit on the bench. I would assume like you could have Trevor Etienne do that. Travis Etienne's little brother. You have him do that. So I would assume they're gonna use Dowdle in some way. I just don't know how right now. Ted McMillan, rookie out of Arizona. I think he's gonna have a big year, right? That's wide receiver 1 over there right now. You got to remember in this offense, again, fantasy teaches me this because I had a couple of these guys. These wide receiver 1s in this offense were eating at times last year, right? Deontay Johnson was eating. Thielen was eating. I remember at one point I was like, Thielen getting like 15, 20 points. Like, this is crazy, bro. I thought you was over the hill. I ain't even gonna hold you. So this offense can support a wide receiver 1. And I think Ted McMillan fits that bill. Big, strong jump ball guy, run after the catch. Yeah, really excited to see him in this offense. They also added Hunter Renfrow in the offseason. Hunter Renfrow came back from a little break, and is looking like he's out there saucing fools up. I saw a nice little whip route he ran in the training camp highlights, and he looks fresh. So I just picked him up in my dynasty league. I know he old, but we'll see. Uh Jatavian Sanders, young tight end that they have. I look for him to make a leap as well this year. Pretty athletic guy. Uh Defensively, all right. Got Derek Brown on the D line. Pretty good. My boy Turk Warden, ex Chief. He's a dog. So if you're a Panthers fan listening to this, get excited about Turk Warden because that dude got a motor, man. He's a very good player. Um, J.C. Horn at the corner, Trevon Merrick at safety. So the defense isn't a sieve. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect them to light it up, but if they can play well enough, I do think this offense can keep up with people next year. Bryce Young started to kind of figure it out last year. I was a notorious Bryce Young hater last year. I'm on stream right now telling you, Bryce, my bad. Merrick, not my bad. Everything that I said was valid that first part of that year. And you still led the team to a 5-12 record. However, the last part of the year, you played very well. And I will put my foot in my mouth on that. You played very well. So let's go through this schedule real quick, and we'll go through the Falcons, and we'll get up out of here. And we'll get up out of here. Panthers schedule. All right. So Panthers, week 1 at Jacksonville. That's tough off the rip. I think the Panthers make a statement week 1. We'll give them the dub in Jacksonville. I don't know about Trevor Lawrence yet. What's their running back situation looking like? Travis Hunter playing both ways. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. At Arizona, we'll give them an L. Again, I really like Arizona too. Home against Atlanta. We'll have them split with Atlanta because I like Atlanta a lot this year, but they did beat Atlanta at the end of the year last year in a shootout. So we gotta remember they can beat Atlanta. And it wasn't like a game where people were sitting. They all have young guys. They were both teams out of the playoffs. So matter of fact, Atlanta might have still been fighting to maybe even squeak in. And Carolina beat them. At New England. I'm gonna give them an L there. I like New England this year to improve, especially under Vrabel. Home against Miami. I'm gonna give them an L there too. Home against Dallas. Gonna give them an L there too. At the Jets. I'm gonna give them a dub there. Home against Buffalo. It's an L. At Green Bay. It's an L. It's in November too. Yes, for sure. A L. Home against New Orleans. That's a dub. At Atlanta. Oh, I gave them. I gave them. I gave them. Did I give them a L that first one in Atlanta? I can't remember what I said. They're splitting Atlanta, so I think I accidentally gave them an L the first time. So dub, fuck it. They're gonna split Atlanta. At San Fran, L. Home against Rams, L. At Saints, dub. Home against Bucks, L. TBD against Seattle at home, dub. At Tampa, L. So I can see this team winning about 7 games this year. All right, and then be competitive in those L's too, right? Like not just like get fucking smoked like they used to. Um, so we'll give Carolina about 7 wins. Tampa about 11, Saints less than 5, Panthers about 7, and then we move on to the Falcons, right? So the Falcons, I'm a big fan of this team. They're really up and down last year. Quarterback play was a big reason of that. Obviously, uh, Kirk just couldn't get all the way right. They make the switch to the young cat Penix. I think he's very good. He spins the ball nice. Um, I think this team could make some noise, man. Drake London was unlocked once Penix got behind center. We'll see if Kyle Pitts can become who everyone thought he was supposed to be. The O line's a little suspect, but you got Drake London out there. You got Kyle Pitts out there. You got Bijan out there, which also on this channel, we're going to normalize calling players their correct name. So Bijan was on a training camp interview and let everybody know stop calling him Bijan. It's not Bijan, it's Bijan. And same with Travis Kels. It's not Kelsey, it's Kels. Travis Kels. So I be calling him Trav or TK anyways. Anyway, you got Bijan back there. You got Tyler Algier back there, who really Tyler Algier plays a lot more than people who own Bijan and fantasy want him to, but he does. He has a job. So, then you got Penix, right? Cousins is still there. Mooney at the wide receiver 2, and Ray McLeod at your wide receiver 3. And Mooney had a really good year last year as well. I always thought Mooney was pretty good. He just wasn't getting those opportunities in Chicago. Um, the defense is looking sus. That's the other thing too about this team. That's tough. This defense. Jesse Bates, good. AJ Terrell, good. D. Alford, eh. Mike Hughes, eh. You know what I'm saying? And then other than that, it's like, man, I'm trying to find an updated depth chart of these fools, and I can't even find who's starting at the linebackers. It's crazy. They got that thing a mystery. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, I think offensively this team can compete. I'm looking at that defense now and I'm feeling some type of way. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. So let's go over this 2025 schedule for the Falcons real quick. Real quick. Like, so Falcons. Week 1, home against Tampa. I can't remember what we gave that with Tampa. This might have been, man, what did I say? Give it to Tampa. That's a L. I think I did that. um, at Minnesota, I'm gonna give them a L just because that Minnesota defense didn't change, and what I just saw on that defense for Atlanta, man, oof. At Carolina, they lose. They split with Carolina, right? So they're gonna lose at Carolina. At Washington, all right. I mean, home against Washington. All right. Well, so far, the team that I said that I liked is starting 0-4. So maybe I don't like them as much as I thought. Maybe just for fantasy. um, early bye week. That's tough. That's tough for a young team. I mean, for a young team, better have it than an older team, I guess. So fair. Home against the Bills. That's a L. At San Fran. San Fran. Sunday night. Because it's in San Fran, I'm giving them an L. Home against Miami, I'll give them a dub there. Give them a dub there. At New England, it's probably an L. In Germany against the Colts, we'll give them a dub there as well. Home against Carolina, that's a dub. At New Orleans, that's a dub. At the Jets, I'm giving that a dub too. Home against Seattle, I'm giving that a dub. Now they're on like a fucking 5-game winning streak. They needed this back half, huh? At Tampa, that's a L. At Arizona, that's a L. Home against the Rams, L. At Saints, dub. So that's 7 wins for the Falcons as well. So, and that's about par, right? That's about that makes sense to like just my eye test predictions of what I think the division will look like. Like I think the Panthers and the Falcons will both have a similar step up, specifically in offense, and will be able to compete and keep up in some games, right? The Saints will be the basement. I don't want to put out the hot take that they're gonna win 0 games, but I don't know without seeing that rookie QB. Week 1, if he stinks and we see that, I'll come on here and say, I don't give a damn. I don't and I'm expecting Tampa to win the division again with around 11 wins, 10, 11, 12, 11 give or take 1 or 2 wins. So, with that being said, that's going to wrap up our NFC South divisional previews. Divisional, not divisional, division previews. Man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Make sure y'all like the video, heart the video, leave me a comment, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. I love interacting with the comments and seeing what people are talking about. If you're ever interested in being a guest on the show, just reach out. We can figure something out, talk it out, chop it up. I really appreciate if you guys shared the video too, man. Helps reach more eyes. The more eyes, the more clicks, the more clicks, the more eyes, and it's just, it's cyclical. So, uh, cyclical. It goes like this. Oh man, let me get out of here, man. I get ready for work, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in as always. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time, man. Y'all be smooth out here.